no good.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Woo! Let's go. How we feeling, Shake? 7-7.
I like a close game.
Me too.
No reach. Hands up. Hands up. Ooh.
There we go.
.2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs as they play against the Boston Celtics here in Boston. This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce. And a look at the starters for the Spurs. We've got McDaniels, Jared Allen out there with Nikola Jokic. Then there's Devin Vassell, and it's Ball in at the 1 spot. And for the Celtics, we've got Mikal Bridges. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Davis. Then it's Andre Drummond, and it's George in at the point guard position. Well, we've got some explosive athletes out here tonight, Grant, and front row seats to watch it.
You know, B.A., they're going to be stuffing that highlight reel all night. I mean, you can feel the energy in this place. The crowd is definitely ready for it.
Now here's George. He played a great game against New Orleans. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's San Antonio now. Drummond, and a nice finish on the layup.
I'll tell you, I wouldn't want to draw Drummond as my assignment inside. You body him up, hack him, it still has no effect on him.
Now here's McDaniels, and the call will be against Jonathan Isaac. That's his first foul of the game.
And you hope this early foul doesn't dissuade his aggressiveness.
George against Ball, and he knocks the jumper down.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
First quarter of play, a minute in. Davis against Jokic. Shoots over Davis. Jokic shot is good.
And the Joker, one of the most efficient mid-range shooters in basketball, seems like he just doesn't miss.
George passes to Isaac. Back to George. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Bridges. The shot no good. Good D by Ball. And Ball will bring it up here for San Antonio. And this is their first time matched up with the Celtics this year. Allen, the pass to Ball. Rebound Boston. They're fresh off a win against the Pelicans.
Yeah, they connected from outside all game. And the defense had absolutely no answer for it.
And you talk to coaches around the league, and they'll tell you sometimes the ball just goes in. It's as simple as that.
And Vassell, the bucket, on the assist by Jokic.
That's a strong move by Vassell. He plays with more power than I think you actually realize.
Unloads from 13, and he drops that one in.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Vassell. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13 and a half a game. Shot clock at 5. And the baseline jumper goes down. Vassell's got his second basket of the game.
They've really come out swinging, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots.
George outside. Bridges outside. On target from range.
Look at that catch and shoot ability from Bridges. Not all forwards have that skill.
Ball taking his time here. It's McDaniels on the wing. Off target with the 3. The Celtics with the lead. Isaac outside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And good effort from Isaac inside the paint. Just refusing to back off and getting fouled.
For the Celtics, Jonathan Isaac at the line for
First one falls for him. Well, Boston's been a franchise that has sustained winning, Richard.
Yeah, B.A., look, they've had down years like anyone, but they don't have down decades. And the Celtics, they replenish as fast as any team outside of maybe their rival Lakers.
Zubac, he's checked in for San Antonio. Norm Powell comes in for Vassell.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
Ball outside. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to go on Andre Drummond.
And it's been interesting watching Ball find his place in the league. He's done a good job improving his game and focusing on the things he does best.
And so Ball nails both of them. And over a long regular season, Graham, what are some of the things coaches do to keep things fresh and their players engaged?
Well, you said it best. It is a long season. And to keep it light, you have to have team outings and dinners and guest speakers. Intentional connections, that's what I call it. And really, there's so much pressure in this league, so those moments really allow you to bond and relax and really come together as a group.
Here's Ball, and that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
And give Ball credit. The D was there, but great work keeping his concentration.
2 minutes.
Pass to Isaac. Over McDaniels. Isaac's shot is off.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
McDaniels can't hit.
I think the defender really affected that shot.
Isaac, the pass to Davis. Shoots over Ball, and too long on the shot. San Antonio trailing here. It's McDaniels on the wing. Isaac covering. McDaniels passes to Powell. Jokic against Davis. Ooh, a clear look for Powell. And that misses. That would have put him up.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Possessions that end with close looks, especially for guys like Isaac, those are key to winning games.
Pass to Zubac. The 3-ball. Powell's shot is off. The Celtics have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. McDaniels against Isaac. Oh, Jokic with a block.
Yeah, timely swat attempt by Jokic. Nothing you can do about that as the shooter.
Paul George. First personal foul. Third team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for the Spurs, Lonzo.
And he makes both free throws. 27 seconds left to play in the first. George scanning the floor. Pass to Davis. Over Jokic. Zubac with the steal. Stolen by Drummond. Misses from close range.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
He was gripping the rock on the weight of the slam.
No way he was going to get stripped on that one. Lonzo Ball, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the San Antonio Spurs.
The Spurs, 16.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
It's simple. When you can protect the rim the way they have, it's a big advantage.
You can't overstate how much interior defense can shape the game. They have a distinct advantage there, and they have turned it into a lead.
We've got Davis. Mikal Bridges is out there with George. Then there's Jonathan Isaac, and it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Boston 5. George for 3, knocks down the long J. George has got 7.
The defense got crossed up, and Bridges takes advantage with that pass.
Here's Vassell. Boston with a rebound. Drummond's got his 4th rebound in this one. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, the last 5 MVP awards have gone to foreign players. Nikola Jokic told me, I think we're showing that there is a lot more talent in the world. It's not just USA, and I think that's the beauty. We're giving all the kids a chance and an opportunity to see that they can make it. PA?
I love that story. Outstanding. Thanks, Allie.
That was not an easy move. I mean, especially against that length.
Okay, look, that move right there is a product of repetition. He's worked on that, and it pays off over that little larger defender.
I'll tell you what, they are on fire this quarter, taking total command of this game.
San Antonio calls timeout. Richard, you got to love how Mikal Bridges rises to a challenge.
A very hungry player, but also selfish. Bridges hustles to be whatever you need him to be. And like you said, there's a lot to love about that.
And here we can check out the story from Paul George. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Here's Vassell. That one is off. Nice D from Bridges. High post Davis. Nice D from Allen.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
Wow, it's good.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
For Boston, they've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Here's George. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And we've heard players asking for more clarity and accountability from the officials. Grant, you think they have a point?
Well, players often ask refs to explain calls. So they also want some clarity from the league whether the refs got it right. And that information oftentimes can help them make the proper adjustments moving forward.
Here's Rubio. Knocks down the triple. Rubio's got 5 points now in the quarter. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
George for 3. Boston again missing. And it's Jokic with the ball for the Spurs. Vassell with it, and Drummond picks him up defensively.
We talk about Isaac's reach often, and they're using it to send the shot back.
Here's George. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Puts it up from 12. Drummond grabs the miss.
And the defense was all over him once he got in close. Didn't want him to get too comfortable.
The 3 is up. And the jam by Drummond.
This is the exact energy you like to see from Drummond. He can be a monster on the offensive glass.
Pass to Jokic. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Vassell. Nice D from Bridges.
If they want to come back, he needs to be better.
Here's Isaac. And so far in this one, 2 for 4. For San Antonio, they've gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Here's Rubio. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to be on Anthony Davis. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for Boston.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Marshall, he's checked in for Boston. Nembhard comes in for Bridges. Nice shot by George.
He's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Powell passes to McDaniels. Lays it up and in, despite excellent defense. McDaniels got his first 2 points of the night. George outside. Got a hand on it, and they're able to recover. Second chance shot. The shot by Drummond, no good. The Spurs have gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. Powell, that's in there. Rubio with the assist. Paolo's got 8.
And finding his teammate in stride, he led his guy perfectly.
Nembhard, the pass to George. Isaac with it. George outside. 6 to shoot. Pulls up. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
And Claxton gets the bucket.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Pass to George. To the inside. Isaac. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And forcing the defense's hand right there. I mean, Jonathan Isaac to the line. A good sign for this team.
Lataze's checked in for Boston. And San Antonio also making a switch. Ball's checked in. And he's good on the second.
I love it. In attack mode. Drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
Powell passes to Claxton. Down low. Outside, Finney-Smith. Launches it. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Give him an inch, and he'll take a 3. So dangerous from distance.
Here's Nembhard. Rebounded by the Spurs. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Ball right side. Outside, Finney-Smith. And San Antonio again with a bucket.
Amongst the best decision makers in the league. Lonzo with the right decision there.
George outside. And that's not going to go. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It was all Lonzo Ball in the first quarter. He had 8 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
You have to recognize their bench play. Sometimes we overlook the second unit. But tonight, they've been the key. The coaching staff has got to be loving this. Getting that extra boost is huge.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
And their defense has been an absolute disaster, offering little to no resistance, allowing the other team to walk all over them. They need to show way more fight in the second half, or they're going to get trampled.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Paul George has been sensational.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Here's who Greg Popovich is starting the second half with. They've got Lonzo Ball. Nikola Jokic is out there with Jaden McDaniels. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Allen in at the 5, roaming the paint. George against Ball. Nails the 16-footer. George has got 18 points in the game.
And at the offensive end, George persistent and consistent.
And Vassell, the bucket, on the assist by Ball. Ball's got his 4th assist in this one. Boston trailing. And there's the lob. Out of bounds. It'll be Spurs ball. A chance here to see the Eastern Conference standings. Guys, we've certainly seen some interesting midseason storylines. Taking a look at San Antonio. Hasn't been a banner year thus far, but they're clinging to that 8th spot in the conference.
Well, right now for the Spurs, they're really doing their best to rise through the rankings. Time will tell whether they can pull it off.
And you have to wonder if this roster can get to that next level. They have talent, but if it doesn't come together, they might have to shake it up.
George passes to Isaac. Here's Drummond. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Give him 8 points now. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Vassell passes to Allen. Ball with it. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on Andre Drummond.
Such a creative player. Ball is especially clever at figuring out ways to draw fouls.
So it's Boston now. 7-point differential. Their next game playing at home as the Pacers come to town. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Pass to George. Three-pointer. They get it back. Drummond. Great D that time from Allen. San Antonio's gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. And it's blocked by Davis.
Too much this, too much that, too much length from AD. Get that out of here.
And the call will be against Nikola Jokic. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Isaac outside. 4 on the clock. George, no good. The Spurs have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. On the wing, Vassell. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time.
Assist goes to
Ball's got 5 assists in the game. George passes to Bridges. Here's Drummond. And here's George. He's got 18. And stolen by Jokic. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
You could say the Spurs are in development mode. Devin Vassell said there's a lot of potential, a lot of new opportunity. Just got to make sure we're growing each game and maturing. As long as we play together and we play the right way, we will have a chance to win every game. We still got the greatest coach of all time sitting back there, Brian.
Yeah, you'll get no argument here. Thanks, Allie. George with it. A proven scorer in this league, averaging just over 25 a game.
Yeah, nimble play by Bridges inside, navigating the contact and getting to his finish.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over.
You know, Richard, if anyone had exceeded the hype of the first overall pick, it might be AD.
All right, listen. At the end of the day, I think Anthony Davis has met expectations of his own and probably the league.
Thomas, he's checked in for Boston. And San Antonio with a change here, too. Zubats checked in.
Filling it up. Lonzo Ball, more than a passer.
Here's Thomas. And he's going for the lob. Deflected. And he recovers it.
Spurs foul.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for San Antonio.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And also, guys, great job hitting their free throws tonight, too. Taking advantage of those freebies makes a huge difference.
The Spurs making a switch here. Claxton's checked in.
Well, some trips you get the shot you want, it just doesn't fall. I'd go back to him in that area on the floor.
Pass to Davis. Right through the D for the layup. Davis has got his second basket of the night.
I respect the defender's enthusiasm, but Davis is too skilled for that to stop his shot.
Goes up at the stripe, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And blocks like this fire Ball's team up. They love watching him show some force on defense.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Shoots over Isaac. McDaniels can't hit.
He's been off this whole period. Unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Thomas cashes in the 12-footer. Thomas has gotten his first bucket of the night.
And I love it. Challenging the bigger defender and showing plenty of heart.
He's not going to back down from anyone. Got to commend the fearless attitude right there.
Here's Vassell. Over to the wing. Ball outside. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. All right, let's bring up the leaderboard and see which players were the most efficient from the charity stripe last month. Anthony Davis on top. Second is Paul George.
Both of these guys have been locked in at the foul line. There's been nothing the fans can do to distract them from hitting their shots.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here. And we got a quick moment to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Jared Allen.
It's not a great trend for him. Not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. Maybe it's his effort. Who knows? But that's something that needs to change.
Ball passes to Zubac. Back to Ball. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
First personal foul. Shooting for San Antonio, Lonzo Ball. One shot.
That one misses for Ball. The Celtics have gone 5 of 11 in this third quarter. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. Powell, he's checked in for San Antonio.
Norman Paolo.
34 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. 6 on the shot clock. And he gets the bucket. Thomas has gotten 4 this quarter. For San Antonio, they've gotten 7 of 14 attempts to fall in the half. Now here's Powell. Give him 8. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there are the Spurs with another bucket.
Got his man all tangled up. Serious crossover.
And so the San Antonio Spurs, they have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Goga Batadze is out there with Najee Marshall. Then there's Delano Banton. Then there's Paul George. And it's Drummond in at the 5. That's the Boston 5. The rebound by Allen. And Ball will bring it up here for the San Antonio Spurs. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9.
You got to do more than this to stop Jokic. He's so adept at scoring on the defense.
Out to the right wing. Here's Marshall. Powell covers. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
The officials were right on top of that.
And he knocks down the first one. Some changes for Boston. Davis, he's checked in for Drummond. And it's Bridges in for Banton. McDaniels is checked in for San Antonio. San Antonio has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. George against Ball. Inside. And it's Allen who slams it home.
And this is why you feed the big fella Allen on the inside. With his size, he is a major threat anywhere around that hoop.
George outside. There's the triple. Good. And he's hit 8 of 14 now. A solid offensive performance.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
Jokic finds McDaniels. Throws it up high. And Davis with the block. George with it. Guarded now by Ball. George passes to Marshall. Nice shot by George. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
And just using balance and coordination, George can make plays and baskets that many can't.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over.
All right, fans, give it up for Celtics Entertainment.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was telling his team. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Marshall can't hit.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
Excellent D, avoided fouling and got in perfect position to alter that shot.
Nice offense here. Close in. Great bet to go.
Stolen by Jokic. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Jokic just out muscling the defense.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
George outside. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Bridges. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. And the basket is good. Batadze's got his first 2 points.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one. The contest and the rebound, folks. That is how you defend.
Davis, the pass to George. And George with the jam.
With as much defensive attention as AD gets, those passing lanes will be open for him, and those are the passes he needs to make.
Here's Jokic. Goes back up. Oh, he's a monster. Jokic just flexing out here.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
And he lobs it up. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Vassell against Bridges. And Vassell with the lay-in.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Now Bridges. George outside. Oh, an amazing finish with a hand right in his face. George has got 9 points in the quarter. Pass to McDaniels. To the paint. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Bridges right side. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
I consider Mikal Bridges a high-motor player. He's always ready to turn up his energy if he thinks it will help him get the better of it.
Some changes for Boston. Andre Drummond comes in for Batadze. And it's Isaac in for Marshall. And San Antonio also making a switch. Rubio's checked in for Ball.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Lonzo Ball.
What an unbelievable offensive performance from him tonight. I mean, it's been crazy fun to watch him just go off. I mean, the defense had no chance. He just kept scoring over and over again.
Ball, he's checked in for Rubio. Allen inside. Drummond defending. Allen can't get it to go.
Great contest by the defense, and he's unable to hit that tough fadeaway.
Yeah, stepping up when his team needs a bucket. Isaac relishes being in these situations.
Here's Jokic. And it's blocked by Davis. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Davis. .149 left to play in the fourth quarter. The 3 from Ball. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
When you peek at Lonzo's three-point numbers, they illustrate how much time Ball's put into his shot.
Pass to Drummond. Shot from 12. No good. A bit long that time. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They've led by as many as 11. Here's Allen. And here's Jokic. Ball right side. Just 4 to shoot. Davis with a rebound. Stolen by Jokic. Pass to Allen. Now here's Vassell. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Ball outside. From 18 feet away. Can't get it to drop. So it's Boston now. They trail by 7. And he's going for the oop here. And Davis slams it home.
In the clutch, Davis just showing supreme focus. When his team needs him, that's when he shows up the most.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6.
Lonzo Ball.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Making the most of his trip to the line and helping them extend their lead.
And the Celtics call time here. Trailing by 7. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. For 3, George. He connects. And now they trail by just 4.
This dude is nails in the clutch. You want your best shot at winning at the end, give the ball to PG.
Personal foul.
He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5.
Shooting for San Antonio, Devin Vassell.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
It's his work ethic that Devin Vassell has earned the trust of his teammates, and it shows on the court. He's become a more aggressive and confident player.
And the Celtics call time here. They're behind by 6. 26 seconds left to play in the fourth. Bridges passes to Davis. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. And it's good. And now they trail by just 4.
Getting it done inside. You know, I love seeing George be active on the interior.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 6-point ball game. And so it's Boston with it.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
They get the rebound. Isaac for 3. Oh, nails the triple.
And I'm really liking the confidence from Isaac. He feels like no one can guard him off the catch.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
The line for the Spurs, Lonzo Ball, taking 2 shots.
And he's able to hit the second one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
And moments like this demonstrate Ball's desire to accept more leadership. He feels confident at the line down the stretch. This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
I think when you've got it going from 3-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over.
Fans, it's time to get up out of your seats and get wild.
So it's a narrow victory for the Spurs, pulling out the W. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard.